What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday, everybody.
Cool.
Everybody's having a great week so far. Good vibes. Close the week out strong here. And if you guys are watching already, or you're watching on the replay here in the next couple of hours, we'll be live for the free Amazon class. Little less than 3 hours from right now. The invite is down below. We're going to show you guys how to, some sourcing methods that are on YouTube. Lots of good stuff to get you ready for kind of the back to school rush, all that good stuff. Still lots of opportunity to take advantage of there. And yeah, if you come through, you'll have a very solid game plan on how to make your next $5,000 to $10,000 in profit. So we'll see you guys tonight if you're serious about scaling.
Yep. So yeah, it's really good for anyone who's completely new, or if you're already making a couple sales and looking to take things to the next level. It's going to be really, really good stuff for you guys, and we're very excited to share with you guys as well. What's up, Armand? Armand, give us a little update, man. You haven't given us a sales update in a little while. We know you're doing a great job. Obviously, always showing love in streams and everything, but talk through your last 30 days or so, where you're at with everything.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Armand? I feel like Armand's like once every 2 weeks type of used to be on all the streams. Now he's too rich for us. Too rich.
Yeah, bro's working, bro's making money. I feel it. I feel it indeed. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Yeah, and you guys should already be seeing on the keeper charts of items you're looking at, back to school is really starting to pick up in terms of like the products people are buying. It tends to peak like end of August. So very last second FBA stuff is still viable. The rest is going to be FBM from here on out, most likely. Yeah, there's a ton of opportunity on that. And if you don't know how to source those, hop on the class. And we got lots of good free resources for you guys on the videos recently.
Okay, so International Center for Translation says hi from Spain, hi from America. Good to have you here, and happy to jam on any questions or anything that you got for us here. Holy crap! Okay, so
good work, Armand.
Very, very significant, very significant revenue there from Armand. Super happy for our boy, right there. And I remember when Armand was just getting going here. FBM from here on out. That's right, Brian. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, so this was the Brian I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the Brian I was talking about there. Yeah.
What's good, Brian?
Time to shine. Yes, sir. What's up, Basia? 1.1 for the year so far. Oh, cool. So you should be easily able to crush past 2 million total for the year with a
little Q4 bump in there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the natural boost you're gonna get from back to school and from Q4 and everything like that there.
That's awesome.
As well.
Yeah, I'm curious if you want to share some value at all, Armand. What's like the thing you figured out that kind of helped you go from like small seller to big? Is it just working hard? Is there anything in particular that clicked for you? And any tip we can share with some of the newer sellers on here, since you've been crushing it? What's up, Tyler? Said you'd love to learn more about it. You'd love to work for yourself. Yeah, absolutely, man. We both got lots of good resources for you on the YouTube channel, free course, all that kind of stuff. And if you're new and you want to see it all in one place, the free class tonight's going to be a great starting point for you. But the main thing, Tyler, is just getting that first sale as soon as possible, right? So you can kind of see how the entire process works, make $1 or $2, that kind of thing. And that just kind of helps you just take things way more seriously when you've made at least one sale, so you know it works, basically.
Boom. Absolutely. My Amazon account is being verified. Is that going to be an issue for the class tonight? Not at all, TJ. Yeah. So good on you for taking that first step. How to open your Amazon seller account is a quick part of the class tonight, because it is an important step and everything, but not at all whatsoever right there. Shoot, I just got my first sales. Oh, come on. Let's go. All right, congrats.
Yeah. Drop some W's in chat, something like that. Celebrate.
Yeah, cool.
Celebrate
okay,
sweet.
Right here. Sweet. Yeah, we're going to help you get that to 40 and then 400 and then 4,000 and everything from there. I tried looking for products, but just seemed like everything I was restricted from. Yeah, so you probably just looked at a couple different brands. Once you've looked at, several dozen, we're also going to be giving away a bunch of auto ungate brands, which will automatic approval on the free class tonight as well, and everything. So, just a lack of volume. And the nice thing is too, once you sold, 1, 2, 3K on Amazon, you start to get a significant more. Or once you've sold like, 2K, 1K, 3K, you got to get some sales, you start to get a lot more auto ungate in your account today too. When inputting info on Boxem, when making shipment, do I need to include tax? Yes. If you mean in the buy cost. Yeah. So after you purchase a product, you should add it to a purchase spreadsheet that you have, and the per unit buy cost on said purchasing spreadsheet should be after taxes, and that's the buy cost you're going to add to Boxem, including that in the after taxes too.
Absolutely. See, we got some W's for the sales there. What's up? You include it when scanning. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just include everything you actually paid for that item, basically.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing is you actually don't pull the per unit buy cost from SellerAmp when you're purchasing something. You pull it from the actual total that hit your credit card as the buy cost total for that order. And then you set it up in Google Sheets, which is really easy to do, to just divide it to get the per unit specifically right there.
Absolutely. Let's see. That's what's up. Is that the goal? You said you got your first.
Oh, you can do way more.
You can do that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially once you make the first sale, like you can make way more than one a day. That's if that's the goal though, I like it. Yeah. Set a goal. You can crush. Let's see. Nothing groundbreaking. Everything you glad it's all working for you then, Armand. Yeah. So if any of you guys are new, Armand's been hopping on the streams for I feel like almost 2 years or something like that. Yeah,
it was
somewhere around there. Yeah, asked a bunch of questions like a lot of you newer sellers are doing right now. And he just kind of took action and say he's doing 200K last 30 days. You guys can do the same thing. Let's see, what's up, Tanzil? He said you're struggling to find some good products and suppliers. So your best suppliers are just popular websites, right? So don't ever think the supplier portion. The main thing is just figuring out what's cheap today by looking at home pages, check your email for the coupons that all these different websites are sending out, that kind of thing. And then diving in on that particular brand that you can kind of get a limited time price window on, basically.
Yep. Good question from Kashan here. It says, what does parent ASIN mean? Yeah, so when you see a listing that has different variations, there's different options to click, different colors, sizes, bundle sizes, etc. Right there, there'll be an ASIN that shows at the bottom and the product details on Amazon. That most likely won't be the variation that shows in the URL and on SellerAmp, because that's the parent ASIN right there.
Yeah, let's see. What's up, Gigi? How do you track everything for taxes? Do you have to do it quarterly? So that's not really tied to your resale license. Depends on the state, but most states you'll go in and mark the sales tax collected every month, which usually Amazon's going to do. So for most states it's zero. You don't have to do much. And that's usually monthly. Quarterly, you're going to have to pay quarterly taxes after you've had a business for a little bit. As far as tracking it
on that,
as far as tracking it, you'll use Boxem for Amazon expenses. So your Amazon fees and your cost of goods sold and your shipping expenses and that kind of thing. And then you can just track the rest on a simple Google sheet. You can use QuickBooks if you want to have some of it automated as well, just to track recurring software expenses, boxes, that kind of thing.
Yep. So Tyler says, are you going to show us beginners how to become an Amazon seller for free? Yeah, bro. So check the link in the description, bro, and sign up for the free class, man. That's it. Pretty much the only stuff we're going to be doing tonight right there. Before finalizing a product, what should be checked? So you want to make sure the Keep It chart looks good. You want to make sure that the items are profitable on SellerAmp after all the Amazon fees and the shipping and everything. And then in respect to the Keep It chart, right, you want to make sure that the price is either stable or going up and that the competition is either stable or going down right there. Yeah, so it's very, very important.
For sure. Let's see, what's up, Aaron? What do you think about focusing on upcoming holidays, seasonal stuff? If it's within the next few months, then you can definitely go for it, especially if you see in the past the same item spikes in prices over and over and over again every year. I don't think it's very smart to source more than a few months out, especially if you're a beginner, unless you're just absolutely swimming in money. Because if you buy an item, sell it right now, you can make 30% ROI, 40% ROI in the next month or so, and then do it a couple times before Christmas, for example, if that's what you're talking about. Now, if you're talking back to school sourcing, or I guess that's probably the only one that would make sense. It's maybe time to think about Halloween in the next few weeks after back to school sourcing is over, that kind of thing. But anything beyond that, not unless you have a crazy amount of capital.
Yeah, you mostly just want to do quick flips, when you're a beginner, just because that's, compress the cash flow cycle.
Yeah.
Can products ungate after making some sales? Especially most products are gated for me. Of course, Tanzil. Yep. And the nice thing is that even if something's gated for you, that's completely fine because you can just get ungated. As long as you can apply, you can get approved nice and easy there.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jenna, you can just go through your settings on Boxem. If you download Boxem Print, it'll automatically like sense everything basically.
Yeah, there's also honestly Rollo has really good help docs too, and I mean Boxem has good help docs too. I'll leave a link in chat to the Boxem Help Center that has a lot of really good resources for you guys on all things Boxem there too. As well, Adrian says, "Ayo, just joining. How's it going, fellas? Yeah, life's good. Life's good. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for giving back to the community. Yes, sir. Jimmy, let's grub tonight. Post free class.
What's good,
Okay.
Jimmy?
So Owen says, are shoes a good investment to get into? Went to my Under Armour outlet and found shoes for $45, but each size on Amazon is a different price. Each would make crazy profit, size 7 to 13, or is it risky? Yes, you got to look a little bit more into it, Owen. So I bet if you're asking that question, unfortunately, your Amazon account doesn't let you apply for Under Armour, right? Because Under Armour is what's called hard gated. But if it lets you apply, then you're good to go right there, right? But in general, for the most part, right? I mean, Under Armour shoes, like people buy them. It just depends if people buy that specific one, right? So definitely tune in on the free class tonight. We're going to go over everything you need to know in respect to actually making sure you're reading that seller and keep the data correctly right there too. And just an appreciation post, go check out the new Boxem website as well. The new Boxem website is fire. You should check it out there. It's really, really nice. Boxem.com, BOXEM. Move faster, ship smarter, track everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, let us know what other questions you guys get here. We'll roll for another 15 minutes or so for sure.
Okay. Before finalizing a product, what should be checked? Explain on Amazon. Yeah, so just the basic product research criteria, right? So under a 200K rank, $3 plus profit per sale, 30% plus return on investment, right? And then the price either stable or going up. And the competition, the new offer count, the bottom keep the chart, either stable or going down. So for example, like literally I'm looking at my tabs right here, right? That shows, okay, Jimmy's just emoting the best restaurants in Miami. But so I have a couple tabs literally loaded up already of good product examples to show you guys during the free class right there. So we're going to dig in on all that.
Yep. Absolutely. Let's see. How do you manage? Yeah, if you get like I assume you're talking like if you get an IP complaint or something like that. Just make sure you're buying legit inventory. That goes with any account health type stuff, right? Just make sure you're always buying from legit websites, legit wholesalers, that kind of thing. If the price seems too good to be true, be careful. Just kind of in general. Usually you can just kind of vet out wherever you're buying from. Like if they have a cashback service linked, if they've got good reviews online, that kind of thing.
Burger King. Is 40% ROI hard to source / obtain? I know you guys suggest ROI of around like 30%. Yeah, so 40% plus, literally with like retail arbitrage, is honestly going to be relatively common. With online arbitrage, it totally can be too. It just depends how quick products you want.
Yeah, that's one of those things, Jared. You're going to get to a point where capital is your limitation. Right now, it's probably like sourcing. If you're new, it's natural. You're not going to just have a dragon's horde of potential leads to look through. You're still learning, that kind of thing. Once you do get there and lead and money is your bottleneck, that's where you can get pickier and basically just filter what you're finding in terms of what's the highest ROI and start buying your way down that list.
Boom, makes sense right there. Ooh, yeah, Warner, when are you going to Azerbaijan?
Is that a thing?
Are those crazy allegations there? Okay, it sounds like they're crazy allegations.
That's news to me. That is news to me.
How does the prep center know when a shipment from an online store belongs to you? Because you put your name on it, and typically they have like a spreadsheet that you'll add products to as well. Let's see here. Can you explain the shipping to Amazon after you find your first product? Been watching a lot of videos of you guys. Yeah, so you go into Boxem and you click list FBA, then you put in the ASIN for that product. Put in the price, then you wait like 10 to 15 minutes, then it loads in, and then you go to create shipment and then add the product or products that you just listed to your shipment. And you say where you're shipping it out from, the quantity that you have, the pricing that you want to put it at, and then Amazon tells you where it's going, and you print out the labels nice and easy right there. So Boxem handles the entire thing, steps A to Z. There's nothing required of you in Seller Central.
Yep. So Aaron, when you recommend getting a prep center and a VA, probably after you're asking this question, you'll kind of know when it makes sense for your business. Although prep center could make sense early, like if you're paying a lot in sales tax, you can get a prep center in a state with no sales tax, right? That's kind of the the easy win from the early days. So if you're buying expensive stuff, don't pay a ton in sales tax. Just ship to one of those sales tax free prep centers. Virtual assistant's going to be like, once you're at the point where you know how you'd use another 40 hours every week, and you have money to spend, that's kind of the easy litmus test.
Yeah. So speaking of stuff like that, so I'm posting a video in a couple days, guys, with Jack. Jack is he had a bunch of jobs. He like worked in the restaurant industry. He did some like Grubhub and DoorDash and stuff like that. And then he started Amazon actually a couple years ago. And now he actually has a pretty similar business to Warner, a little smaller though. He sells like 500K a year and doesn't touch any products and doesn't source any products. It's all his employees for prepping. So he actually doesn't use prep center, he does it in-house,
Cool.
as well as having virtual assistants source for him right there. You know, Jimmy, okay, now that's a good take there, Jimmy. I'm not sure, but I hope so. Jimmy on that take, but it remains to be seen on that, honestly, but I hope so. But Jimmy, you haven't even gone to his event like the past 3 years. You went 2 years ago and you haven't been since.
Let's see. What's up, Gigi? How do you know when? How much is okay to take for profit? That's a great question. It's kind of up to your like goals for your business, because obviously the less money you take, the faster you're gonna hit, you know, crazy milestones on Amazon, right? But obviously you still gotta eat some food and get a roof over your head, that kind of thing. So for a lot of people, they will reinvest almost everything until they go full time. And that decision for a lot of people is when they're like 2 to 3xing their regular 9 to 5 income. Because especially as you grow, you'll find that like you're spending the most amount of time on your business while you're learning to make the least amount of money. And as you keep growing, you spend less and less time on it because it just gets, you're finding more products per hour. You're running out of money to spend on inventory quicker, that kind of thing, right? And it just starts taking less time. So that's why you see a lot of like 9 to 5ers, especially if they have like a good 9 to 5, you know, doing 50, 100K on Amazon, keeping the 9 to 5 for the benefits, the money, that kind of thing, because their Amazon business isn't taking them like a crazy amount of time to run anymore. But yeah, just all depends on what your goal is.
Is this live? Yes. Yeah. So it's Thursday, July 24th at 4:19 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Best ways to buy low and sell high based on demand availability. Yeah. So Michael, that'll be online arbitrage and retail arbitrage when you're a beginner, right? And leveraging data from SellerAmp and Keepa to verify that those items have been good over time, basically. Yeah. So the app Boxem, pick the item up from your house or you take it to the post office. Yeah, you can schedule pickups if you want. Yeah, you can totally schedule pickups. Right there, King Slaps. You can schedule pickups via pirateship.com.
Something like that. Yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah, I mean, mathematically, typically, yes. Where can I join the next free class? Link in the description, baby. go.thefbaroadmap.com/register.
For sure. Would you find something around 30? If you're asking us to like source products, there's plenty of videos of us doing that. You can click through and then also hop on the free class tonight. But yeah, 30% is kind of a nice baseline if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, you'll see some really good tutorials, and honestly, in respect to product research, you'll see stuff from us tonight that we don't share anywhere else for free either.
Absolutely, this is a good question. What should you do if you buy a product, but by the time you get, the prices tank due to a surge of sellers? So the reason that's happening is you're not using enough discount methods, basically. Or it's like too easy to find, especially too easy to find at that price. So next time, just make sure you're using all available discounts on the item you're buying, right? So that's coupons, cashback, discounted gift cards, loyalty rewards programs, all that kind of stuff. And just kind of finding the things that are only profitable when you get a little bit creative, because that's when you find things that stay profitable for a long time. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I'm trying to get ungated and jockey I bought from AZ. Just use the order confirmation email. Yeah, pumped for this class. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, TJ. Yes, sir. The items that doesn't sell on Amazon, do they send it back to you? Yeah, you can place removal orders at any time, honestly, but you should be buying stuff that's, stuff that's liquid and that sells quick and everything. So you shouldn't really have to worry about that, honestly.
For sure. Let's see, what's the sale history to get on? Yeah, there's no like certain magical number. I've seen it anywhere from 50 to 100 sales made to 10 to 20K in sales. Somewhere around there. It's not very far where you'll start getting auto ungated for a lot more things. So yeah, just start selling what you can, and the nice part is as long as it accepts applications, you can sell that too.
Got an
So you
IP
got
like
IP.
an item. Oh, you got the docs though, Michael.
Yeah. So you bought it from a legit retailer in this case, right? So just you basically submit the same documents that you submit when you're ungating. So like the order confirmation, the tracking number, if you have like a picture of the product, all that kind of thing. Yeah, just show that it's legit and you got it from a real supplier, basically.
Yep. Oh, Alicia. Okay. Yeah, Alicia, let us know how you're doing, man. So Alicia got scammed by like a Telegram wholesaler, but he said, hey, I'm not done. I'm not going down that easy. Right. And now he's doing things correctly with traditional OA. Let us
Very
know how
nice,
how the first like week or two, maybe 2-3 weeks has gone, Alicia, of actually having stuff listed here. And that's the thing. So Alicia is one of my coaching guys. And there's another guy who joined recently who just did 1K his first 4 days, and they're going to the same college. And so they're literally going to be in the same freshman class together in like 4 weeks. And they met through Amazon. Good times.
So, what are the Vegas odds on actually finishing college?
Low. Oh shit. Oh, for them, I don't know actually. Yeah, lower than they were 4 weeks ago. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's very true.
That'll be fun. Yeah, and if for you guys watching, if you don't know any other Amazon sellers, the chat's a great place to find them. And then, Mosin is even talking about the Discord. So there's a Discord you guys can connect with other sellers, that kind of thing. Find like one person you can talk shop with, right? Because even if your family and friends like support your vision, that kind of thing, they're not in the weeds. You just need one or two people to talk about, what's going on, talking shop, sourcing together, that kind of thing. Makes it more fun and way easier to win.
Yeah, you guys got to tap in. So once you register for the free class, there's going to be a link to the free Discord there. And then the free Discord been like super jumping lately, Warner. I don't know if you've seen, they've been on us to add more mods.
Yeah, I've been popping in.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. We'll talk about it because there's some good candidates that have been kind of honestly on me about cleaning it up and everything. Sales have been great. About to reinvest the money into support products. Connections have been huge. Yes, sir. Right there. Can we fly him out? We could just go to where he is. How does the coach program work? Can you explain more? Yeah, so King Slaps, links in the description on that there. Reasons showing your dog. Yeah, dude. So your Amazon's glitching if it's showing the dog, to be honest.
Yeah. Or that listing got removed.
Or that. Yeah, true. Good point.
If you get you see like a random dog, doesn't load, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Absolutely. Let us know what are the questions you guys got here. Don't sell on generic listings, Kashan. Yeah, because anyone can change it. It can make people think they're getting a different product than what you sent when you saw it. Plus, it's technically a copyright infringement because you're pretending that somebody else's brand is generic, basically.
Yeah. What chats should we watch on Discord? Start out just in general, and then you'll get a really good kind of walkthrough of getting set up with the Amazon space on the free class tonight, and then you'll kind of know a lot of the lingo and how to get going and everything. Yeah,
it's just different places to talk about different topics, that kind of thing. VAs are reaching out to you on Discord. They might be a scam. They might just be virtual assistants who are wanting to hire some people. Now, I will say that people that are like virtual assistants that are doing active outreach and that kind of thing are a lot more likely to be working for multiple sellers, though, which you want to avoid. So just make sure you're confident on that. Let's see. Generic listing be converted to a branded or private listing. If you own the brand registry for it, then yeah.
VAs
facts,
on
Jimmy.
Discord. That's facts right there from Jim Body Benz.
Yep. How do you spot a generic listing? Yeah, the nice part of this is really easy, pal. So you'll just go to like any listing if it just says brand generic, basically. Or here, I'll just pop a quick screen share up here. So if you see like right up here, if it says generic right there, or if there's a little GB alert on a seller amp, then it's generic brand. You just got to avoid it, basically.
Tip. Yeah, game from Jimmy there. There's major typos in the brand name too. Just
like some random like bogus Chinese trademark of some kind, made up word, that kind of thing.
Boom. Sweet. Yeah. So we'll see you guys in it's right about 2.5 hours. We'll be tapping on the free live class. So gonna bring a lot of energy tonight, share a lot of game here. I have a friend or two interested in sourcing 25% of. No, don't pay. No, not transactional. No. Transactional there. Yeah. Well, actually, if you're considering like hiring them,
if they're it sounds like they're hiring their friend. Yeah.
Honestly, like this is the kind of thing where you build this skill over years. You know what I mean? This is not something that is just overnight. Minimum weight of a package. I mean, I've sold products that are 2 ounces. right there, which is just like, ends up being incredibly light, honestly, for either FBM or where you ship individually, or FBA where you ship it off in bulk and everything.
Yeah. And on this, like, I've just seen a lot of complication of working with your friends on business, that kind of thing. What makes a lot more sense, especially since, like, if your friends are actually wanting to do it, just have them open their own account, and then you guys can all collaborate on what you're finding, and everybody gets to make 100% of the profit from the stuff they sell. Because most listings, if you say you have 1 or 2 friends, so that's 1 to 3 people on these listings that are usually already have 10 to 20 sellers. It doesn't really have that much competition, except you get to double or triple how many leads you're selling if everybody's kind of pulling the weight equally.
Yeah, like the pie is so big. You know what I mean? The pie is so big. Like don't see it as like a a big thing and everything.
Absolutely. There's no minimum. Yeah, anything that's profitable. I've sold some pieces of paper, essentially, basically. Some.
Oh, thou who finds the lead has the price tanking rights. That is scripture. I'm tweeting that. That is true. That is scripture right there.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Let's see. I'm not sure. Yeah, it depends on, like, if you're learning how to do like Google Sheets and that kind of thing. Usually just look up like the specific thing you're trying to do, and there'll be like a couple minute long video. Also, ChatGPT is really helpful on Excel. If you just like describe what you want a formula to do, it'll usually give you the right thing, which is pretty cool. Is Amazon changing weight or dimension requirements? No. The only thing I noticed, they made I don't know if it's active yet, I need to confirm, but they made it to where you can ship in longer boxes to FBA, which is like kind of random, but
cool. Yeah. So that means workers' comp changed. I believe that's actually what it's around. I believe
is it really?
Okay. I believe it's like if people are moving boxes above 25, and they must have updated that, but I believe that's
because I think they changed it to like 36 now, which I don't know. That's a huge box for 50 pounds. I don't know what you're shipping. I guess like something really light. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Where would you recommend new sellers to sell if you can't sell? So the nice part is like those like premium clothing brands, no one's been able to sell those for like 2 years at this point. And you're still seeing lots of new sellers succeed. So don't let that hold you back. It's like a few brands, but just start with whatever's auto ungated for your store. You can just look up auto ungated sourcing on YouTube. You'll see some stuff there, and then we'll also be diving in some auto ungated sourcing and some sourcing methods that are not on YouTube on the free class here in 2.5 hours or so. So if you want to see all that, it's kind of the best beginner starting point. Pick up some live exclusive gems, all that good stuff.
Yep. Yeah, guys. So we'll check in with you guys then. We're super excited to hop on and spit some game for you guys tonight in about 2.5 hours, and it's going to be a great thing. And we'll see you then. Thank you guys for another great Boxem office hours. We are live at the very least Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then Tuesday, Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then other times too. So make sure to subscribe to both of our channels as well. Are you able to take your packages to Amazon? Unfortunately, not. That'll be cool. Hopefully, they'll have that in the future then.
For sure. All right, sweet. We'll see you guys here in a little bit.